Hello everyone, my name is Keita Nakamura, and this is my theme. Does intentional cross-dominance improve students' performance? This is today's outline, so let's move on to introduction. Do you know what cross-dominance is like? Cross-dominance means that changing your dominant hand depending on the movement. For example, use your left hand to hold a pen and use your right hand to hold a chopstick. It is different meaning from mixed-handed that both hands can be dominant hand in any movement. Some papers show that cross-dominance can activate the brain. According to Matsuda et al. 2011, the left and right sensory motor area of cerebrum are activated during the use of chopstick with non-dominant hand. Another study by Takeda and Miyamoto 2024, which examined that brain network of right-handed elderly people when they use chopstick with left hands found that the brain network primary motor area of right brain are expanded. In this way, intentional cross-dominance has been shown to activate the brain. Also, according to Kato 2022, people have developed their brain by using their hands. Using left hand develop right side of the brain, then using right hand develop the left side of the brain. So it is possible that intentional cross-dominance can activate brain and the test score will raise up. So I conduct the math test to investigate whether intentional cross-dominance improves test scores. I, as a right-handed person, use math test in this experiment because I think that my right brain will activate and train intuitive thinking, and my test score may raise up. So the purpose of this experiment is find out the relationship between the intentional cross-dominance and test scores. If there is a positive correlation between them, it can be said that intentional cross-dominance is a good habit for students to improve their grades. So let's move on to methods. As I mentioned, I conduct a simple math test, and the content of test is 100 square addition and 100 square multiplications. I conduct tests for 4 weeks, and there are 2 weeks that I didn't perform cross-dominance. Then there are 2 weeks that I perform cross-dominance. This experiment is subject is only me. Also, I set some rules like inside that eliminate the factor might affect test scores. I did cross-dominance less than 10 minutes daily life during the cross-dominance week. The type of cross-dominance in this experiment is writing letter and brushing teeth with left hand. In this experiment, less time to complete a test and low number of incorrect answer means high score of test. I also use Pearson's correlation coefficient to investigate whether correlation exists. So if p-value is less than 0.05, it can be said that significant correlation exists. So let's move on to result. Figure 1 shows that the test result for the period October 31 to November 6, which week that I didn't perform cross-dominance. The correlation coefficient is R equal minus 0.869. So it can be said that there is strong positive correlation between number of days and the test scores. Figure 2 shows that the result of the test to November 7 to 13, which week that I do cross-dominance. The p-value is 0.262, so there is no significant correlation. Figure 3 shows that the result of the test in November 14 to 20 that I didn't perform cross-dominance. The p-value was 0.517, so there is no significant correlation. Figure 4 shows that the result of the test in November 21 to 27, which week I did cross-dominance. The p-value was 0.331, so there is no significant correlation between them. So let's move on to discussion. I summarize my experiment result in this slide. So in this experiment, there is no significant correlation between intentional cross-dominance and test scores. Also, is there really no correlation? There are various reasons that lack of correlation. First, I am the only subject, and so there are individual differences and result will change. And second, the time of intentional cross-dominance is too short. If I had more than 10 minutes intentional cross-dominance, it might be see a significant correlation between them. And moreover, looking at average time to taken to complete the test, the time is decreased over 4 weeks of the experiment. Expect the third week. This third week is the non-cross-dominance week. So it can be said that intentional cross-dominance has a certain effect on improving the test scores on a weekly basis. So finally, conclusion. My study showed that there are no significant correlation between intentional cross-dominance and test scores. However, it cannot be concluded that there are the intentional cross-dominance is not suitable habit for students to improve the test scores for various reasons. Also, looking at the average time to take and complete the test, it can be said that intentional cross-dominance has certain effect in improving test scores on a weekly basis. So, increasing the number of participants and extending the duration of intentional cross-dominance would likely to lead to more significant experimental results. So I will keep research this theme. This is reference. Thank you for listening.